Interesting week for Divine Feminine. Let's tuck into the read and see why that is. Welcome back and a happy new year. Yes, we do have this content pre-release within our YouTube membership. We also have additional perks that you can receive by joining our membership. If you do want to know what those entail, please view the video via our landing page on YouTube to see. Now, let's get into the read. This is an interesting week. I do feel Divine Feminine is going to be very, very focused on where they're going in their life. Now, it's interesting. The first card we have out the gate is thinking of you. And I do feel intuitively you're going to have a lot on your mind. You also could be coming up with a little bit of a purge for some of you, not all of you. But I do feel a majority of you are going to really be trying to eliminate the white noise, get back to business as usual. And you could be trying to map things. Some of you can be with yellow chakra having some inner child wounds. Now, we are coming off the back end by this stage of the new moon in Capricorn. That was pretty heavy energy. It is a positive energy because it is a new chapter in this domain. And it can have, especially because sitting in the house of Pluto, transitioning over. The date it transitions, for those of you that don't know, I'm a twin flame. I coach twin flames. I connect to astrology to help us understand our ascension, as well as I'm a psychic medium. Now, let's take a look at the dates before we get into the channel messages. So it's the 21st. We're going to get the shadow energy. It's ingressing into the house of Aquarius, but we are wrapping up at a temporary level. Okay, so it can be quite intense with it at 29 degrees. The moon energy plus Pluto and all the other energies are really popping off in the house of Capricorn. It can feel heavy, but foundation. So base chakra is going to be pretty important. Inner child as well. Why? The next moon phase is going to be on the 25th, and it's going to be a full moon in Leo, which is heart chakra. So prepare yourselves for that. Also, we can have changes in leadership and things to that degree coming up. Now, spiritually, I do feel Divine Feminine is looking at different ways they can restructure their foundation. Some can have trigger points coming up. Others are feeling as though, look, is this person even thinking about me? Separately, I do feel you're trying to get your head in the A game, where it is that you directly are spiritually moving. Now, you know, some of this frequency, it's a little bit like you're trying to walk away from the darkness. There can be some shadow energies that some of you are going through. We are having this night wind energy, facing fears, some conscious release and healing. You know, we did over the last 2 months, and I'd really say from May, there was a lot of deep diving we were doing last year. As we do move into the new year, we are really setting the tone for a brand new chapter of where we are going. And I do feel Divine Feminine here in the mix is wanting to eliminate that white noise. I do see, as we are looking at the heart of the energy, there can be, again, this can be really looking at what you want to create, really opening that heart chakra. This can be where you're wanting to get back again into your A game, looking after your body, looking after your soul, transforming yourself in some shape or form, and actually becoming whole again. You know, when we do dive into the dark night of the soul and those shadow energies, what happens is we kind of disconnect from ourselves. And I feel Divine Feminine is trying to have this reconnection to her inner power, you know, also turning things about and actually coming to the space where you know, you're finding that happiness, you're finding that groundedness. And I do feel this can be a wonderful time for intuitive downloads, but it's about, you know, getting in and choosing how you're going to operate within this vibration. So I do feel particularly there is a pocket group of you that if you had an idea in mind of what you needed to pull your energy into, I feel you're quite intentional in doing such. I do feel you're frustrated with the lack of evolution within this cycle. And sometimes we can get very 3D. We can, be really looking at it very realistically. Spiritually, we do need to give ourselves credit. There is evolution, there is change. But at the moment on the 3D, some feminines could feel, right, because I am not seeing some things changing, I need to tuck in, I need to get some things changed. Separately, it can be a frustration that you are feeling within it. I do feel you're liberating yourself out of some circumstances. So if you are tying up loose ends, I do feel that you're making some hard decisions. This could be transitioning of jobs, breaking free from the shackles of shadow work, and also any negative attachments, bad self-talk. I think it's you're addressing the things that are affecting that self-talk, and it can be even shaking up your routine so that it's resolving some of that deep, deep shadow energy. I do feel it's important this month. Although, could I say we don't have hard aspects? I'd say intuitively, I have noticed with 2 planets in the house of Pisces, we are having potential frequencies of psychic attacks. That can continue, especially into about 2028. So the more you do the work on that and the more you develop your third eye, it's actually spiritually going to protect you, because it is going to become more intense as we do have our North Node shift later on as we transition through the next few years. Now, I'm seeing here, let's take a look at the foundation. I mean, there's a rainbow coming, okay? So you're not working on nothing here. You are moving towards your dreams. You want to hear from this person, they're thinking about you. You want to be able to see the truth. You're tired of the stagnation. You feel to a degree there's some areas in life you would like liberation, and you can spiritually see what you would like to have changed. Passion for some of you can be dwindling, and it's interesting because we do have Jupiter direct. Give yourself a break. Some of you may not know what that direction is going to be right about now. I do feel this is going to come to you. So just give yourself a moment. If you do have too much going on, get grounded first before you look at this. But you can be really questioning, your passion and your desires and what direction you're going. You also could be feeling, anger really isn't serving you. While we're in it, what can we do, so to speak? When we do step away from it, we see it prevents productivity. So you're stepping back, you're trying to recharge yourself, you're trying to re-navigate. It can be that your sacral chakra and solar plexus as well as base chakra are really depleted. So recharging the sacral chakra, I would say, is going to aid you in moving forward. Again, I do feel you could be tuning into a karmic situationalship. Now, does it have to be that the individual that you're spiritually connected to is within a karmic relationship? Not at all. But this also, for some of you, could be shadow work that you're doing. Fair-based frequency, maybe feeling because energy has kind of changed. Is this a potential? But also what you're feeling is your strong points. This could be within your sexuality, how you look, how you dress, how you show up. Yeah, shadow work to do with karmics definitely coming up. This also can be spiritually. You could be feeling to yourself, okay, if this is where this person goes, if we reconcile and this is what happens again, this will be their spiritual test. I do feel for some of you can be moving in towards a spiritual test. There can be people from the past coming back. You're going to need to be very selective about how you look at this and give yourself a little bit of time. Spiritually, I do feel some of you can be feeling, gee, how do I get beyond the wound? If something like this was to go down, even though I'm going to love this person forever, what directly am I wanting to do? Some of you can believe there is a blockage, and this can be to do with a tribe or a family. And I do feel some of these obstacles are going to be clearing away, but you also within your own life can be looking at it and saying, is there actual physical room for a relationship right now? What would I need to do to clear it? So I do have my personal time, but what will I allow into my world? I do feel you're very set on your goals. I do feel what you're moving towards is success. I do feel there can be some deep, deep healing within family, and those situations on the home front can be ironing out the creases, and some of that pressure point is really going to be coming off you. Some of you can be addressing some of these things and seeing differences, and really, really look to your charts where Capricorn and Cancer is, because I do feel some key subjects are going to come up here. I don't know why I'm getting this, but there is a shift. There is a shift within the vibration. What I'm picking is this mating for life frequency. Divine feminine's needs have evolved and changed. They do want honesty. They do want integrity. Do they necessarily want something completely traditional? Not necessarily. Although I do feel this person is really looking at that. And I'm going to pull some clarifiers because I want to come back to this frequency of goddess of creation. Let's take a look at this. And I might even get a clarifier on that, thinking of you, because I was getting a few messages there as well. Yeah, some of you, it can be to do with your passion. Some of you also, you could be feeling as though something in your energy field isn't working, so you need to evolve it. Yeah, you're really wanting to. There's 3 different areas in your life you could be working on. 3 different areas that are set for transformation. Okay, what do we need to know about the evolution here? Yeah, this can be to do with the commitment. Okay, what is the advice for divine feminine at this time to do with liberation? I feel it's something that's naturally going to occur. Sometimes it can be a link we need to find of what we feel spiritually and emotionally is holding us back. This can be to do with the heart chakra. This also can be to do with love. Okay, what is this passion situation, please? Any advice for divine feminine with purification of fire? I definitely feel sacral chakra. Too many. Okay, I do feel some of you may get communication from a karmic. Yeah, this is emotionally frustrated. You're like very confused by the vibration. This also can be on the 4D with divine masculine. It's sending very mixed signals, and it's almost like you're not becoming attracted to I wouldn't say the silence. I would say an old pattern. There's unfinished business here, however. Okay, is there a temptation here for divine feminine? I feel there is a karmic test, and it can be. Hold on, let's just ask the cards. I'll be careful before I draw a conclusion. Clarify for me. Yeah, this could be a text message trying to tempt the individual. Some of you are like, okay, have I tried that before? Yes, I have. Does it work? Can be patterns. There's a breaking of an old pattern here. Yeah, Union card keeps coming up. I also feel many are aware of jealous individuals about this connection, and that is causing concerns. This also can be to do with exes. I do feel this is cleared away. I do feel divine feminine is like, look, I don't want to have to deal with the karmics. This isn't my job. This is on my side of the fence, yes. On your side of the fence, no. You need to address the elephant in the room. Okay, what fell to the floor? Yeah, it's like part of their karmic close. Okay, what news? Oh, I just get gossip. I get gossip coming through. What gossip is divine feminine getting this week, please? Is it something through the grapevine? Is it a psychic download, or is it in the 3D? Show us, please. Ooh, I think it's a bit of both. Okay, this is not happening on your side. This is in a relationship to TF. For some of you also, I do feel if there is a situation at home that isn't working, I feel some of you can feel as though it's time to shift this frequency. But I do feel many of you, this can be energy happening on the other side. We will check finally with the crowning energy. Yeah, you're like, you need to get back to business. If universe is pulling your energy in a particular direction, please trust it. Because what can happen is as you're spiritually detaching and you're very focused in the 3D, you may feel spiritually that divine masculine is kind of pulling back on your energy. And what can happen is an old heart chakra energy can crop back up again, and you can feel the depression that the other person's feeling, because what you're doing is trying to liberate yourself. You're getting out of that stagnation. You're moving through your ascension process. They're actually being anchored up and pulled up, and I feel you're actually going to feel it vibrationally. That's the reason I mentioned psychic attacks. I knew there was a reason for it. Yes, this person does feel a great pull to you. I do feel something major is going down in their life. And I also feel because of your energy and vibration, it inadvertently is shifting theirs. Love and light. I will see you next week for the update. If you do want to see the joint connection come through and see what's happening in that area, if you're wanting to join the super chats, click the bell on the video that will be coming live, and you can prepay your super chats via YouTube or PayPal. Take care, beautifuls, and I'll see you within the Members Hub or live on YouTube.